we're going to simplify these rational expressions. And what we're going to do is, remember the factored form is always the simplest form, and we're going to cancel what we can to make these as simplified as possible. I'm going to start out by taking out the greatest common factor out of 10x squared and 20x. So ask yourself, what's the biggest number, what's the biggest term in both of these terms, or what's the greatest common factor? 10x. So I'm going to take 10x, I'm going to divide 10x squared by 10x, and I wind up with x squared. And negative 20x divided by 10x squared, divided by 10x is just 2. And if you were paying attention, I made a small error, so let me correct that. And now we're going to go ahead and work with our denominator. So we're going to take out the GCF out of 40x cubed and negative 80x squared. And we're going to take out a 40x squared. Sorry about that. Let me fix. Okay, all better. So 40x squared is taken out. 40x cubed divided by 40x squared is just x minus 2. And we're going to multiply that by, or you can write it all over one line if you'd like, but let's just keep the fractions separate for now. And 16 and 80, and we can take out 2 x's from each. So we're going to take out a 16, we're going to take out an x squared, and we wind up with x plus 5. And let's close that. And on the bottom, we can take out a 6, and we're left with x plus 5. Now you can see it becomes fairly easy. We can cancel these out. We can cancel out 10. We're going to divide 40 by 10, and we wind up with 4. And we're going to divide the x. So all we have up top is 1, and we divide that by x. For that, I think that long fraction line is a little bit of overkill, so let me shorten that a little. So 1 over 4x times, and let's see what's over here. Let's get rid of x plus 5 from both. And let's go ahead and simplify this. We're going to divide the top and bottom by 2. Wind up with 8 here. We wind up with 3 down here. 8, 3, and we can't really simplify it anymore. Actually, we can. What we can do now is write it all over one line. 8x squared times 1 is just 8x squared. 4x times 3 is 12x. Now we can cancel out 1x from both. X at the top, and we can divide both of these by 4. We get 2, we get 3. So 2x over 3 is the final answer. Now this one appears to be a little bit more challenging because we're dealing with trinomials, but since we know how to factor trinomials, we should be able to get through this without any problems. Now here we have x squared minus 16. Well, that's a difference of squares. So if we factor that, remember the 2 sets of parentheses. We have no linear term, so we're going to break up the x's. We're going to have one positive and we're going to have one negative. We're going to take the square root of 16. We're going to put it in the empty space. Again, we have a difference of squares. So we are going to do the 2 sets of parentheses. We know the formula. 1 plus 1 minus square root of 9. And, oh, it's just 1x. Okay, so we can stop there and we can rethink this. There's actually nothing we can do. If that were an x squared, that's the route we would go. But there's nothing we can do with it. We can't factor 9 minus x. So we're just going to leave it as is. Here's another trinomial that we have to factor when we see the trinomials. 2 sets of parentheses. We see here we have a negative. That means we have one positive and one negative. And then we want the difference. We want to ask ourselves, what times what is equal to 90? Is equal to negative 90, I should say, whose difference is positive 1. Remember, there's an invisible 1 there. So we want to put the 10 with the positive. We want to put the 9 with the negative. And we're going to break up the x's. We're finished with that part. And now we look at the bottom. We've got a positive here and we've got a positive here. That means that we're going to have 2 positives. So do your 2 sets of parentheses, put in the positives, break up the x's, and what times what gives us 40 that adds up to 14? Well, that's 10 and 4. Now we can simplify this as much as we can. We can simplify that, we can simplify that. And remember, we can write this all over one fraction if we want. So we can simplify this, we can simplify this, and now we've got x minus 4, x minus 9, over 9 minus x. Our next step is we are going to factor out a negative 1 here. If we take out a negative 1 from a positive 9, we have a negative 9. So I'm going to take out the negative 1. And if we take out a negative 1 from the positive x, from the negative x, we have a positive x. Now that we've done that, we can switch the x and the negative 9 around. So it's going to say x minus 9 in the denominator. The negative still remains, but we're going to write it with the numerator because that's just simply the proper way to write it. And x minus 9. So I'm going to do this. Now that we have that completed, get rid of those, we've got negative x minus 4. And we have solved that problem. Rather, we have simplified that problem.